everybody, it's Positive Bluebird. It is Fabulous Friday, and I thought that I would give a little show and tell of jewelry pieces that I have found here at the apartment complex since the beginning of 2017. Starting with what I call the Heartbreakers necklace. Now, one day I was just strolling through the apartment complex and I saw something shining in the grass. And just part of the heart was just sitting on the top of the grass, and the rest of the chain was buried way down in the soil. And then, I had to really pull it out. And I can tell that this is vintage because of the clasp. You don't find too many necklaces with a giant clasp like this anymore, and a wide opening on a really huge necklace like this. Now, I call it the Heartbreaker necklace because somebody had taken a black marker and kind of wrote sloppy on here the words, the Heartbreakers. And I figured maybe they were the Joan Jett fan club, I don't know. Now, the apartment complex was built in 1972, so I figured if this was buried down in the grass and the soil way down in there all these years, then this necklace has to be extremely old. I'm guessing maybe the early 80s, mid 80s. I just love this piece so much. Now, the second piece that I found was literally about maybe 3 weeks later, kind of in the same general area, and it too was buried down in the soil. Now, I'm guessing this is more like the 60s, maybe late 60s, early 70s. But this piece, this cross here, I don't know what the symbol is, but it is very old. It's a little rusted out, and same with the little circular piece there. It's kind of hard to make out what it says. It's all kind of stuck on there. That's the back side. But I'm just guessing some type of costume jewelry. It was just like this, buried all the way down in the dirt. So I cleaned it up the best that I could. And I really adore this piece, especially the beautiful little teal rose. Okay, the third piece I found a couple of months later, and I just don't know what on earth happened here at the apartment complex along the way of tenants moving in and out, or somebody was angry and threw all their jewelry out. I really don't know. But this is, again, another vintage piece. I really, really love and cherish this one a lot because back in, I want to say maybe the early to mid 1980s, when I hung out with all my girlfriends at the slumber parties, I remember one of my friends named Michelle was wearing this exact bracelet. And as you can see, all the little pieces of stone that are built into the bracelet, kind of like a puzzle pattern. Handcrafted and placed in there. Isn't that beautiful? There's a few pieces missing, but I did polish it. Isn't that just lovely? When my son and I moved in here in February of 2017, I was unpacking a few boxes here and there, and I came across this beautiful old ring that was my grandmother Short's. Now, Short was her, I believe, maiden name. That would have been my mother's maiden name. And I remember my grandmother back in the 70s went to a jeweler and along the way got birthstones to signify my brothers and I, my mom and dad, I believe. I'm not sure if she got everybody in here. She might have, except for herself. I'm not really sure. I think the green one is actually hers. And then there's like a really faint pink, that would be me for October. And I'm not really sure about the other years here. I just love this ring. I don't wear it because it is extremely thin and it broke right here. Excuse my horrible nails. Okay, this one is my favorite. When my next door neighbor, Debbie, had passed away a couple of years ago, I believe somebody in her family may have put her jewelry out on the light post in the stairwell. And I don't know if this is real or just a very, very heavy cubic zirconia, but it is extremely heavy. It's very thick and it is very beautiful. There was also sorry about that, I had to free up some space on my phone. So there was another necklace hanging with this one, and it's in my jewelry box. I can't quite get to it, but it was a cross necklace that had a few other little rhinestones on it as well. Both very beautiful. This is extremely heavy, and I will cherish it for a lifetime because my next door neighbor was just a beautiful soul. Okay. This is my old ring. I put it on my blush brush so you can see it a little bit better. But this is my birthstone for October, which is opal. And then there are those light pink stones that you can see all around the edge of the heart. Isn't that beautiful? Gerald had bought this for me probably in 2013, 2014. It is very real. And rumor has it, if you buy your own birthstone, it is bad luck. So you must have somebody else buy it for you. I found this tarnished copper bracelet laying in the grass here at the apartment complex in early 2020. Look how beautiful it turned out. So shiny. I scrubbed it clean. Trust me, it was a lot of hard work, but it turned out beautiful. And last but never least, I found this vintage wood cross that says the word Jesus on it. I found this many, many years ago at a thrift store. You can tell it's quite worn. And then I found the Roadrunner, kind of like a pearl stone bead and a bunch of other beads a long time ago at the same thrift store. And then this wooden stick I found carved and shaved or polished, whatever you want to call it, sanded down, I meant to say, in the middle of the sidewalk when my son was just 9 years old. And I picked it up and wrapped string around it and kept it on this keychain to signify a little quote that my son had given to me when he was struggling to make friendships back in the day. And he just thought that he was the lonely little tree stub, and all the branches and leaves would represent friends over the years, and he didn't have any, and so he was the tree stump. And I just thought, oh my God, and this happened to be in the middle of the sidewalk. But now my son has all the branches and leaves imaginable. He is extremely popular online and at school when he was there before he graduated, so I'm proud of him. Anyway, you guys, that's been Show and Tell for this fabulous Friday. I hope you all are staying in and staying safe. Peace out and stay positive.